Hi everyone, Travis here, and today I'd like to talk to you about all religion are man-made. That's right. It's hard to think about it because I know most people want to go with their religion, and I think religion can teach a lot of, good style stuff, but the reality is they're all man-made. It doesn't matter what it is, Christianity, Mormonism, Judaism, Buddhism, Hinduism, Shintoism, all of it is just man-made. And it takes the truth of who God is, what God is, and puts a human perspective on, trying to put God in a box. That's not the message of Jesus. Jesus is not a religious figure. He's not a religious person. Jesus does not want you practicing religion. Doesn't care if you practice religion, but that's not the focus. The focus is supposed to be your heart. You are to be born again in the Spirit of God, knowing who God is, knowing what God is, and living that out. And how do we see that? We see that in the attributes of Jesus Christ. Not in the rules and regulations of religion, but in the truth of who Jesus is. I see it in so many different places. I see it in so many people's different religious beliefs. Oh, well, because this says that, I need to do this and that. Guys, don't follow religion. Don't follow religion. Follow Jesus. Jesus made it very clear that he is the way, the truth, and the life. He came to live out and show us what it looked like to seek God and love our fellow human beings. That's all this is about. This is just one big test to see if you're going to seek God and love your fellow human being. Are you going to seek God and love your fellow human being? There's nothing more to it. But I see it in so many different religious beliefs and views right now. So many people coming in and saying things that have nothing to do with the truth of who Jesus is. It has to do with religious points of view and religious values. They use fear as a tactic. They use control. Come back. You need to keep coming. Come listen to me. Guys, that's not the answer. You are to be seeking God. If you're born again in the state of understanding who God is, it's not about religion. Jesus, as you could see in the Bible, read it yourself. Jesus never changed anybody's religion. People who came to him were of many different beliefs. He never told them, now go become a Jew because I'm a Jew. That is not what Jesus preaches. Jesus talks about it being a born-again state. And remind you, Jesus came for the Jews. He says, I came for the Jews. That's the people that he came for. So, kind of remind them of what they already were given by their prophets of old. Noah, Abraham, Moses, Elijah, all of them. He came to remind them that they need to get to that space of trusting God. They were so wound up in religious practices, laws, regulations, rules. You got to do this, you got to do that. Jesus continuously showed us that it's not about any of that stuff. It's about your heart. It's about seeking God with all your heart, mind, and soul and loving your fellow human being. That's what this whole thing's about. Will you seek God? Will you put God first? Will you love your fellow human being? Not sure what you're experiencing out there in your religion, but I hear a lot of religions talking about end times, talking about we need to stand against this, and this is bad, and this is good, and we got to do this, and this and that. You see it a lot in the political realm as well. Christianity being used as a weapon, to weaponize, to hate people. Where would Jesus do any of that? Where would Jesus do any of that? Guys, it's time to remember that all religion is man-made. There is not one religion on this planet that is not man-made. Every one of the religions that are out there are based on their thoughts and interpretations of what they think that God is and how to do it. That's not what God wants. This isn't a rule book, guys. A simple thing. Seek God and love your fellow human being. Follow the example of Jesus. Simply follow Jesus. Jesus shows you the way, the truth, and the life. And I'm not talking the Christianity, religion, Jesus. You understand that. I'm talking about Jesus Christ. You can read about him. Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. If you don't have yourself a red letter Bible, get yourself a red letter Bible. But I'm telling you, if you want things to change within yourself. Be born again in the Spirit of Christ. Be renewed in your spirit. Ask God to renew your spirit and come into the fullness that God has for you today. Get out of these man-made religions. Get into the truth of who God is today. God bless each and every one of you.